Hi everyone, and welcome to another episode of Exposing the Narcissist. Today I want to talk about a quick, easy way to get the narcissist to leave you alone. To be honest, there are quite a few things you can say and do. For example, a lot is said about grey rocking the narcissist, which does work wonders, but for some people, they find it difficult as it is outside of their character. So if being quiet around the narcissist and disinterested is not your thing, then what I'm going to share with you will definitely spice things up. But do remember that narcissists are easily offended, and although they will start avoiding you, they will also start smearing you more to try and turn others against you. As you should also know, trusting a narcissist is never a good idea. So if you have already done what I'm going to get into or will do it, then know that they will be looking to punish you for it. And when it comes to dealing with the covert narcissists, they are good at concealing their anger, so it will not be obvious that they are not pleased with you. But do not be fooled. Some may even start acting extra nice when they have concocted a plan to destroy you. This is something I talked about in this video. When the narcissist starts acting nice, it is time to be even more cautious because they are usually up to no good. So just be prepared. But at the same time, if you are not someone they do need to interact with or someone in their immediate circle, they will just make a mental note not to ever engage with you in conversation ever again. Narcissists would also retaliate when you have strong boundaries or you tell them no. Both things upset and offends the narcissist, and it's because you protecting yourself, your time, and your interests is perceived as an attack against them, and they take it personally. In the mind of the narcissist, their wants and needs should always come first, not yours. This also applies when it comes to the narcissist's thoughts, ideas, and opinions. So what you can do that really annoys the narcissist and make them avoid you is voicing your opinions that are in direct contrast to theirs. In this video, I provided 5 key phrases you can say to a narcissist that will make it clear that you are not one to be played with. There are 5 phrases that cuts through all the narcissist's lies and fakery, and it will make them uncomfortable being around you. One of the phrases in that video was, "I disagree with you." This is a phrase that lets the narcissist know that you are an individual and will stick to your convictions and opinions. But this is a very big problem to the narcissist because they want to think that everything they have to say is important, valid, and should just be accepted. So when you challenge them and blatantly disagree with them, it not only throws them off, but it proper annoys them. It's like, how dare you challenge me? And this can be with just about anything. Even when it comes down to their opinion of others, they want you to accept and agree with what they have to say about other people. They want you to think of people and see people the way they do. They want you to agree and go along with their stupid ideas and opinions. They want you to believe everything they tell you. Narcissists want people around them who would just agree with everything they say. They want people who will hang on to their every word and not challenge their way of thinking. This is why it is so important to the narcissist that people buy into their fake image and that they are smitten by their charm so that they do not question anything the narcissist says. In addition, narcissists tend to be really good talkers and are really good at wordplay and doublespeak. But this is why you should question everything, or tell them you would need to think about it more, but never just accept or go along with what a narcissist says or wants. Yes, they will get frustrated with you. They will want to end the conversation or change the topic. The narcissist cannot process why someone cannot see things the way they do, and they tend to look at you as if you are the problem, instead of accepting that they might be the ones who got it wrong. They would even take their time to try and explain it in different ways to get you on their side. But when you hold your ground, they hate it, and they will avoid wanting to share anything else with you. They hate that you didn't just accept what they said straight away. They hate that they had to spend more time trying to explain their thoughts or actions to you. And they hate that at the end of all that you still are not in agreement. Narcissists are emotionally immature and cannot handle people who are direct or honest with them, whereas sometimes silence can be perceived as acceptance. This is why speaking up and letting the narcissist know that you don't agree with them is sometimes best. Of course, I would not recommend this for everyone, but if you ever wanted to see a narcissist get flustered and instantly annoyed, this is a guaranteed way to do it. Or if you are strong-willed and the opportunity presents itself, by all means make it clear to the narcissist that there is no alliance with you. Because being outspoken and opinionated off the bat is a good way to keep narcissists at bay, because they don't like when people are so confident and not afraid to speak up. You will make them uncomfortable because they will be afraid that you will call them out on something, and they don't want to risk that. But going back to what I said earlier about the narcissist acting nice, if they manage to sway you and trap you, their aim will be to take away that voice of yours. They will beat you down and break you in order to silence you, and they will be proud of their accomplishment. This is something I addressed in this video, because at the end of it all, they just want your silence, your loyalty, your obedience, your time, your life. And I say give them nothing. But now I want to hear from you. Have you ever openly disagreed with a narcissist? What was their response? Please let me know in the comment section below. That is it for today. Have a blessed week, everyone, and thanks for listening.